What the Fuss, episode 32. Thanks for clicking because the purge is continuing to intensify. People don't actually see it because it's a European crisis. It's split across many countries. Mainly they see UK and how fucking weird it is when it just suddenly dictatorship looms over their heads, trying to fix the problems by making more problems. It's crazy. Like, the government is so scared of social media, they're losing their fucking minds trying to censor everyone by imprisoning them. Just, they don't fucking have a grasp on what to do to have proper protections in place in social media. It's fascinating to me. Obviously, I know all the solutions, but we don't talk about this topic. I don't have to. There's other bigger problems. You know, I want the purge to be over. I want the government to stop triggering people to break things and destroy things and riots. Like, we don't need that right now, and we definitely don't need criminals in the streets just walking freely. I mean, holy shit. How difficult it is to just send them off to some fucking Iceland or northern place where they can just stay in cold weather, bro. Like, fuck that shit. How can you not send prisoners anywhere? If you don't like someone, you can send them in the fucking jungle into desert. If you don't like them, like, it's fine, bro. That's where they belong. In some rural area away from your country. How can you not make a fucking deal of sending criminals somewhere? But nah, bro. Not only their prisons are full, their best solution to that is just releasing prisoners in the first place. Without actual plan of, like, okay, you're releasing prisoners. Does that mean their mental health is going to be, you know, at higher level? Because we have all this technology. Have you put in place technology that would allow prisoners to be more docile and less violent? Is that what's going on? Because extraordinary moves require extraordinary fucking explanation, bro. So people can actually accept it. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Otherwise, government is taking a piss and just fucking running around, making a mess in a room. What the fuck? Are you a little child? You know? Little child with a gun, though. A child gets a gun, they can do whatever they want in the house. Holy shit. It's fucking mental what's going on. So I will update the purge level. We're at 250. We're gonna update to much more. Some drama is happening in my life. There's dad. There is mom. Mom is good, and dad is shit. That's what it is. That is a little bit too nosy. Maybe he wants to enter my life because my life is pretty fucking good. But he's doing it all the wrong ways. I am trying to educate him by force. He sort of tries to comply, but still steps on a landmine, entering my place when I'm sleeping, and I don't want to see him. So fuck that. And saying greedy things that, you know, oh, I don't want to pay this $30 to upgrade my life. You should do it because the house belongs to you. You're supposed to pay us rent. And that is just too greedy to fucking see anything, I guess. It's crazy. Like, I'm giving him a favor. I had to actually say yes to his offer, and it's like, what? You take care of yourself, bro. That's the whole fucking deal. Anyways, yeah, so I gave dad a residence into house. And how does he repay me? By being a little bitch. That's how. By being a big clown. And I had to fucking call fire department because he's saying that the house is burning, and it's just like, for fuck's sake. It obviously was a lie. It was a sick joke. And it raised the purge level because all of a sudden, some asshole comes up into my life and starts messing things around. Nobody asked. Like, what the fuck is going on, right? This is the shit we This is what's happening in UK. Some fucking asshole came into power and started messing things around the way he sees fit. Like, holy Jesus, bro. You have to be decapitated. I don't know what that means. I want to see the literal decapitation personally, but yeah, get the fuck out of here. There's people like that. You think they're like useful, and now you just, how do you scratch them off your life? How do you kick them out is the next question that pops up immediately. It's fucking mental. So the way the world is circulating, I get a big bite out of it. All right, you know, I live in Europe. There's no escape. I will be engulfed by the drama in some way. So it's a 50-50. What's happening in the world, some of it is happening in my life in a different format. I get a lot of noise, and I get to fucking clash with my dad. How you like that? You know, it's personal matter, but just like it transcribes how the rest of the world works. Because my dad got in trouble. My dad works in UK, and he got in trouble, even though he's just still in a fucking bubble. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on, but he got robbed. And who knows if he's gonna get his shit back. That's why I renamed myself, and Dad knows too much. He's so nosy. He found me, bro. He found my social media. He's definitely gonna follow me now, I imagine. I don't know who needs to know that. I just got another viewer. I just got another stranger watching me. Congratulations. Pretty exciting since he knows me personally. Crazy. So that is the context. Let's dive in. Let's not waste time.
Yeah, what's new with you? So our government is making a big law about social media. So if a social media platform fails to say that something is misinformation,
Misinformation.
5% of their revenue.
That's a
Right?
big
That's a
law.
big law. Fails to
It is a big law, guys. They're desperate. They're just desperate to silence social media because holy shit, it's just not working out for them. The first solution is always going to be the worst solution. You gotta fucking craft something better.
fails to say
Jesus
that something
Christ,
is
man.
misinformation, we will take
It will take 5%. So purge level increased by 1 because of stupid Australia government. Alright? Australia government wants to be rewarded for declaring what they think is misinformation. So the moment that they will declare, oh, this is misinformation, that is misinformation, oh, you're failing, they just get a 5% cut just for free. I mean, you're rewarding yourself way too much, fucking Australia government. But in general, it's just like misinformation is a weird word that barely exists. Spreading lies and conspiracy theories, am I right? If people want to believe them, that's your problem, government. People want to resonate with something else happening in the world, or some different mindset. And the government, as a pack of influencers, government is still just higher up influencers that should not be influencing the world to hate them, because they will get crushed. The government just gets completely obliterated by hate. There's no escape. They have to remain cool. They can't just fucking pull these laws, you know? And this one is not misinformation. This is a fact that will get them cooked. You know, they're creating facts that people wouldn't want to know, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on, bro. It's fucking mental to me.
I just found out that the city that I live in, that I was born, raised,
Canada is third most expensive city,
is now
bro.
the third most expensive city in the entire world.
You would think it's somewhere else in the world, but nah, bro, Canada. What?
I live in Canada.
I will let her speak, and I will transcribe.
Here to pay their bills. They're just living paycheck to paycheck. They're not even.
Well, we still have inflation talk, because shit keep on stacking. Canada's inflation is nothing new, but it's just not being solved. And this is what government should be panicking about, or opening doors for Canadians to flee the country, because it's clearly cooking them fucking alive right now. And they're probably just genuinely decent people you might want to actually have as immigrants. Crazy, right? Here's some immigrants, guys. Take some of these. Government should go to social media and start being active on social media and start offering things to people instead of fucking smashing all these badass laws to crush their spirits. And the only thing we want to do now is crush the government as well. And we can do it. We can do it. The purge gets out of control and we'll just crush the government. And it will feel like nothing really happened, actually. Purge level 50.
You guys know I did the Chase Bank glitch and I'm $99 billion in debt. Man, they have taken everything from me, bro. They've closed accounts that aren't even affiliated with Chase, like my Huntington account closed, Cash App closed. I can't access anything. I tried to log in on my Robinhood, bro. All the Bitcoin I bought, gone, bro. They even snatched the
Everyone's saying this is fake.
mother's house. They went to family members. They're calling all around.
It sounds real, bro.
Oh, cooked, bro.
Okay. Okay, that's a little bit excessive. Yeah. That's a little bit hard to believe. Yeah, misinformation like that. You punish individually. Doesn't like spread. Nothing spreads. You have to actually stack information within your account. You stack reputation. So if someone has terrible reputation, they might want to shut the fuck up, you know, overall, or be more informed overall, right? Because the reputation is at stake, like the government doesn't like them or something. That would be enough. Just fucking slaps on specific people would be enough to shut them up, which would include Taylor Swift for endorsing anything, because the influencers have to shut the fuck up overall as well. Unless they are politically involved fully, then they can see whatever they want because they are on a specific side forever, defending that side. It's front lines bullshit. But yeah, it's on the individual basis, just like banning Andrew Tate from the internet seems like a normal move. Government banning the internet seems like they're pieces of fucking shit.
For fuck's sake. Twitter X could be banned in the UK and made illegal to use the platform within the country.
Very smart move. We just discussed how smart it is.
This is one of the
ban
many options
universe.
that Keir Starmer and his men are exploring. They are also looking at implementing and creating new social media laws and even changing and amending the Online Safety Act. I wouldn't be surprised if we see one of the core 5 British values changed. Individual liberty, the right to believe, act and express oneself freely within reason. I wouldn't be surprised if the wording of this is completely changed. But looking to ban Twitter is a very bold and brave decision to explore, especially when Keir Starmer is very active on Twitter. He's on there every day posting multiple times. I think he'd stop using the platform himself, firstly. If you've gone on Keir Starmer's page on Twitter, you'll see how much negativity he is getting on his posts. Everyone calling for him to resign and to be removed as Prime Minister. He's not a very popular person at the moment. Would you like to see Keir Starmer step down or resign as Prime Minister?
I just want to know how that works. How does one step down? Because this is fucking panic mode. Insanity, bro. Someone has to, you know, step on the plate and show better solutions to things than they deserve. The praise and attention. This guy fucking came unprepared, bro. It looks pathetic to me. If you want to fight Elon Musk, apparently X is not the thing to fight for. Everything else is. The Polygon car, the trash bin car, you know, the explosions, anything that physically Elon Musk's trying to make is absolute dog shit garbage. X, though, I mean, he took over. He purged the X. He fucking marked his territory. He's very proud of that shit. Maybe don't fight Elon Musk on that one. Alright? Let him have it. Jesus.
Britain's richest plumber is leaving the UK and he's blaming Keir Starmer. Charlie Mullins, who's the founder of Pimlico Plumbers, says he's not prepared to give up £6 million in inheritance tax when he dies. So he wants to move to Spain or Dubai. Mullins said over the next few months he'll start moving his assets out of the country.
Leaving the country is a pretty fucking big deal.
Britain's richest
20 months in prison for a Facebook post.
Went on to say that you did not want your money going to immigrants who, quote, keep our kids and get priority, end quote. This offence is so serious that an immediate custodial sentence is unavoidable. Would you stand, please? The sentence that I pass has been reduced by 1/3 to reflect your guilty plea. The sentence is one of 20 months.
Now, you probably don't want to guilty plea. You want to fight back against these fucking assholes overstepping their boundaries. That's a pretty bold claim, but it is what it is. This is fascinating. Obviously, the judge is just ass, alright? He's just a fucking pawn to be played to intimidate people. All that shit, right? Everyone should plead not guilty and insist on trial by jury. That's how it goes. What are you guilty of? The roles are changing for NPCs. They are not guilty. Or they should not feel guilty for a Facebook post. But they aren't. Government is maybe making fun of them right now. Maybe catching all these clownies to make fun of all the people right now. Because they're in charge. Fascinating. It is weird, you know. I'm not on the government side. It's always going to make me angry if shit is out of control. It's sort of in control of my life, but I would love to connect with authorities a little bit more and clean shit up, you know, because shit is happening. Just calling police is not the best solution to everything. Dude from my country found himself answering calls of divorce. So, in the frequency, that's maybe 7 times or 10 times greater than he's used to. Now, divorce is a very weird thing. I constantly see people flexing their marriages, and I want to see divorce, and apparently it's the opportunity to do so. It's a wave, you know. Somehow purge translates into divorce, and women are 80% the arbiters of this whole thing, right? They want to see what they can get out of their men through divorce, which is fascinating to me, like really fucking weird. They're purging their own ways, apparently. Since 2023 start, so he's not saying this start. That it started this year. It's, for me, everything started this year. The purge. So I can't actually explain the 2023 relation here, but I'm trying. This is what you want to see government do, actually catch the notorious phone snatchers. Nothing really happens. They just get chased for the most part. And they showed the same clip. I guess from 2 different angles? Is that even a police car, by the way? Or undercover? Yeah, it's undercover, because someone comes out and... Yeah. They chase him. They snatched his... 2 years? He got 2 years? That is fucking mental, bro. Life in prison for abusing the purge. This is action. In Facebook, just spitting out words. That is just talk, you know? Around different levels of circles. You know, different levels of reach. This is absolute fucking madness and injustice. And people just, they're not gonna fucking stand for this shit. Maybe the government is pressing the self-destruct button to the max right now. Maybe some fucking idiot took over. This is so fucking mental. I thought this is gonna be purge level down. It's purge level up because of the jail time. You know, you catch your fucking rat as if police enjoyed chasing these guys and listening to the stories of like my phone has been taken. Like, what do I do? Like, this is fucking bad. This is destruction of society, bro. Phones are important, no? No, not important, these phones. This is fucking insane theft, by the way. Month per phone. Nah, bro. I mean, that's what it is. Yeah, that's some weird shit. I just can't, bro. I can't listen to these stories anymore. This shit's getting out of control so badly. So bad. Then the only question is, like, when is my roof gonna start fucking falling on top of me? Like, what the fuck is happening? But what's happened? No, it's 2 things at once. Because, like, again, you just slap people who are overly influential and overly misinformed. You slap them, bro. You can pick, but you don't put them to jail, though. Like, what the fuck? How is that? How much damage can you fucking do by posting comments? How much damage? I wonder, like, what's the fucking problem there? But by snatching people's phones, by snatching people's property, you're not doing enough damage for life in prison? People's highest level possession, besides their home, invading their homes, is taking their phones, taking their liberty to use phones whenever they feel like using a fucking phone. Now, obviously, it's a little bit outrageous to be constantly being on your phone. And maybe some fear is needed, but holy shit, you can still slam this guy real hard. There should be no escape, bro, from this. Like, I don't see it. The only way you can they're running away from police, by the way. They're running away from police. They're trying to escape 2 years. They're not just, like, stealing phones. They're fucking avoiding justice as well. Like, how is this not life in prison? Like, what? What are we talking about, bro? It's so backwards right now. A slap for that one and life in prison for that one. There's no leeway, bro. You catch these fucking assholes who are disrupting society through mass thievery as if they can just live off of crime. Like, you don't show mercy on these people unless they, they're useful for something else. Unless you can employ prison to do something, then they can actually build their reputation. But otherwise, someone has chosen to just screw up their life and think that they're fucking unstoppable. Like, government should be focused on, flexing on how they fucking caught the dude and the person who thought they would be unstoppable and get away with just crime. Leeching people with crime and making people fear Like, this is the government flex, but no. They chose to anger people anyways. It's unbelievable. Phones are prized possessions. They hold valuable things that cannot be easily quantified with just the value of the phone. The value of the phone raises like 5 times the moment a person juices it with valuable data and all that fucking crap. Like, you don't understand. You don't get a month for a phone. You don't get a month. You get 5 months for a phone. You get 6 months to call it even for my mathematical genius to give like 10 years, at least 10 years, minimum. Fucking notorious. So fucking notorious, right?
Fuck me, you're not even allowed to heat your own home. So...
Do you see how UK just fucking popping? Just popping, bro.
England, with a chimney, could be facing up to £300 of fines in September. Now, if you are seen to be having smoke coming out your chimney and you get caught using your fireplace in your house, you will receive a fine of £300. So along with cutting the winter fuel payment, now, if you decide to heat your home with your fireplace, you will fucking be losing out on another 300. Many people as...
Like, what did the government found this time? They have been staring at pandemic and fucking salivating, raising their fucking voices at this point on all the people, as if they wanted to control everything so badly all of a sudden, and now they're on it, bro. They're just full speeding. Like, stop speeding. We having inflation. We having everyone fucking upset. We're making everyone upset. Across the fucking world, bro. Everyone's upset. Like, can government fucking stay cool and do some cool moves instead? Can you learn some fucking cool moves? It's all of a sudden like they're just fully employed, these assholes. They're fully on the run to moderate the internet. They just found some fucking new job. Oh yes, baby. You work for me then. If you want to moderate the internet, you work for me. One of the things that I will be doing in life is moderating the internet. YouTube, because I'm YouTube CEO. That's what I will be doing. Because people will be assholes to me, and I'll show you how I handle assholes. You will see examples of that, Mr. Government. I can handle it without buttons most of the time. I don't have to ban nobody. I just have to fucking trash talk them into submission. So they fucking stop. You know? Because every bully, for me, is good for engagement. It's very interesting. Drama sells, bro. It's too easy for me to make a fucking living out of this shit and start employing people to moderate the internet. So these bullies start shutting up a little bit. So the government is just panicking, doesn't know what their place is. Apparently we have to lure them in and tell them into their earbuds, hey dude, I am better at this. Why don't you listen to the experts? For fuck's sake, you're scared of the internet now. Oh, crazy. I've been around. Yeah, I've been growing on the internet. I've received 30 years now. And most of my life has been on the internet, just clicking my buttons around. So, I'm the expert. I'm the pro master, qualified to just employ any government worker who wants to help me out and kick some ass. You know, if that's what they want, absolutely. But they shouldn't be making radical decisions that upset everyone, like literally everyone. Because that will get them fucking decapitated, bro. We're going to medieval ages now. You have angered the king, so to speak. Your head is better as a display, as an art piece, rather than fucking yapping orders around, you know? That's what it is.
That can build the house has nothing, but the man that sells insurance has a yacht. How is it the people that pave the very roads that get you to work can't pay their rent. But somebody that holds your money for you so it doesn't get lost or stolen owns 5 mansions. How is that? How is the people of the world that really do shit, really make shit, really live shit, they're all poor, broke ass motherfuckers, while the people that sell insurance...
Money is mostly a digital asset. Money must be taken away from other people for you to earn money. So if you find ways to take money efficiently from people and confuse them of like with insurance and what insurance does, I mean, just give confusion and subscription services, all kinds of leechy things basically that greedy practices. The funny thing is it only works for a certain amount of time and the bubble bursts. It's a bubble. It's a bubble of greed. The bubble of greed can actually, couple with other bubbles and all that shit to make itself bigger and more intimidating, of like, shit is changing. People get mesmerized when the bubble gets bigger and bigger. People get mesmerized, they don't know what to do. And sometimes you don't need to do much because nothing makes sense. You have to survive. You have to now outlast the bubble because the bubble cannot outlast you. It's going to try and live its own life and all that shit. Something that doesn't make sense cannot outlast you, if you know what I mean. You make sense. You're a living human being. You should be rewarded for doing good work for others and all that shit. But hey, even I am not rewarded with views and attention. I'm trying to do a good work. I'm trying to get a direction of what I can do better, where I can position myself to be better. I don't want to just throw myself out there and be fucking ripped into pieces because I'm a human being and I'm a stress. I will worry. I will get sick of other people. I will, cave in on the pressure. I'm trying to help. Everyone who's trying to help is a good human being who deserves things. But technically, it's first piece of the bubble is that no amount of material goods is going to make you a better person. It's going to make you happier by default. Is sometimes just hard work makes you happier and better because you're working towards something. But when people start noticing that all their hard work is just being stolen by just few hands, I mean, it's the most infuriating thing. There's no easy solution to this. People really have to craft their personal ways, personal vendettas over the masters above, right? That's what people are crafting right now. It's the purge is also known as vendetta season, if you're more familiar with vendetta. Because vendetta is more of a personal thing. You make personal approaches to sabotage someone's life, basically. Just like with the government plea guilty moment, people are treated as idiots, and they fall for it. But there's only so long where you can treat people like that, you can treat people like trash, until they strike back. Until government will start shaking their legs and be like, okay, maybe we should stop now. You're not supposed to just stop. People will not just demand for the government to stop, but will demand for government to reverse order everything. Reverse order everything. You can't just stop. What do you mean stop? Stop means now we're trying to go the other direction. We're trying to go backwards. And see how that works. So we should go back on a lot of things, and it's just painful. How they fail to tax the rich, how did they fail to tax assets in general. Like, what the fuck's going on? There's just probably a better way of taxation, not through profits, but through just property ownership. Because owning a lot of properties is just not something one human is supposed to be doing. Government should always knock on the door and ask for That's just how it used to be. How it used to be in the good old days. It evolved, I think, into ass. But just like you see property, the government sees giant properties, they should be taxing that shit. People owning things, not just getting profits. But what will I do? You will sell your property. You will fucking downsize yourself to bend over to the government. A lot of people have to bend over to the government without no good reason. It's too much work. The workers have to work extra just to pay taxes. Are you fucking kidding me? They shouldn't be worrying about taxes at all. Governments should not themselves find these places, manage all the property that people are accumulating, and taking that shit from them. You know, 10% each year, chopped, everything that people have taken by the government. 10% of everything. That would be enough, I imagine. That would be enough. Like, we start chopping these billionaires left and right. They want to escape countries. I mean, we have to make such a good decision that every country adopts that sort of new level of taxation. There is a better way. There's just better way, bro. We can't just let people go loose and exaggerate the inequality that already exists. If inequality happening, that means the game is not balanced. You know, we have to start nerfing rich people already. And we have to start nerfing rich people in an appropriate manner. You know, like, they can just dump everything into assets and all of a sudden, that's it. That's the end of story. Just buy a bunch of shares and borrow from the banks. That's the end of story, bro. That's fucking weird, man. The government doesn't even play the role into this. They don't even care. But yeah, like, money is ethereal. It's numbers. It's the way you can trick people and as many people as possible. You can build branching businesses of scams as long as you can get away with it and you just take money from people. If you're really affluent and invested into scamming people, you can keep establishing yourself. You can keep finding ways to rip people off. Because this is just a never-ending research. All the government is going to do is just tax you in that particular moment when you're getting profits. So everyone's in on it, basically. You don't actually get punished. Because a real job gets established for the rest of the life. You never actually go bankrupt or anything. You never dissatisfy customers. It's the greedy businesses and scam businesses that do that. You should get taxed 10% for the rest of your life. Every fucking year. Chopping your value so you get normalized alongside with everyone else. And then government gets to know all the richest people instead of leeching all the poor people who don't make a dent in any of this. However, there's one big piece of information that we're missing out on. Government wants to control, and government wants to loom over all the small people. They want to do it somehow, you know? So, I guess we have to give them something. All right, if I have terrible reputation, maybe I go to prison for a year, you know? How about that? Or I can't use social media. How about, let's simplify, why prison? Why bother? You don't get, your account is suspended into dormant state because people don't like you. Wait, I simplified even more. I don't even know, bro. There's better solutions to everything. Just people are not actually making any progress. Like, technologically, we can do all the progress in the world. AI is just outstanding. Crazy stuff. Mathematicians can do pretty cool things. But government, never ever can they do anything. They have all the fucking power in the world to learn anything they want, to be cool people and do the right decisions. They can consult over anyone It's crazy that they are still failing their jobs. It is weird that we can build roads and mansions and all that shit works. Except the government, man. Doesn't seem to work as intended, I don't think.
Yeah, these are not really the richest people in the world. These are the self-made billionaire poster.
Now, this is a long video. Who's the richest? This is a long video, 5 minutes. So, I want to dive in and just scoop you guys the conclusion or whatever. BlackRock,
Boys,
right? Yeah, it takes just one country to figure out a way to leech all the good people away from collapsing countries. From the purge. Because the purge is burning everything to the fucking ground right now. You don't understand. So you have to find all these safe havens away from rogue governments and crime rates going up. Like, that shit is pressing human life in both sides, bro. Crushing human life. Government from the top, crime from the bottom. Straight up. So, yeah, I think that's the biggest important thing. Like, culturally, one country or multiple countries are gonna shine. And will be the safe haven for all the smart people who definitely have to run away from collapsing governments like Canada, Australia, UK, the sort of shit that English-speaking countries, but they're collapsing for some reason. They're being scammed much faster than anyone else. And it's painful to look at, but you know when scam gets exposed and people become greedy because they know they're in a bubble. Shit is gonna get so exposed that eventually it's gonna pop. You know, it's gonna be under attack.
Incredibly overinflated value. Like, you think the apartment you're renting is actually worth 1.5?
Probably not, but the value is inflating because that's just good for the business.
$1 million service, which
I do like this guy. I'm gonna hit a follow.
means most of their effort.
You might notice one thing, and it's an insight I have to tackle. I am an insecure person. I am smart beyond belief, but I'm also young at the same edge of the sword, so to speak. Like, it would hurt me as well. The sword would hurt me. It's double-edged sword. I can say tremendously important things, but I have no way of putting myself out there and pushing the narrative. You can see TikTok is a good platform for free speech. I want to mention free speech a little bit after I explain. Yeah, I just can't. I'm doing the best I can without revealing my face, without putting myself out there as some kind of person that focusing on things specifically. Right now, the purge is happening. I have to survive the purge. I'm fucking panicking. I'm doing whatever I can to learn everything about it and respect all the people who care, because that's the way you survive. But let's talk about freedom of speech really quickly. You're free to express yourself. Not other people, but yourself and your concerns. This freedom is worldwide, and government is there to listen to your self-expression without attempt to criminalize that. But your actions can be criminal, right? The actions that make no impact just stir up conversation, no matter what it is. I can mention Hitler. Hitler just knocked on my doors. Misinformation. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? Hitler just just started World War III, bro. Just dropped bombs on Nagasaki, bro. Fucking bullshit, bro. Panic. Again, people who cannot build reputation and they seemingly flourish on misinformation, they should get kick in the balls. It's a personal, wise manner. But one thing that will give you guys an insight of what freedom is, to give more insights, you have freedom of sacrifice. You know, dying for a cause. This would also be self-expression, in a way, but you're actually like fighting and hurting other people in the process, and you don't care because you're gonna die in the process potentially too. This could be a demonic possession, where you're just going into a life of crime or something. This could just be an attempt to do something good or achieve something good, or a political factor, or fight for your friends, fight for love, whatever it is. It could turn into a sacrifice. You can sacrifice your life, you can attack anyone in the streets, punch them in the face. You have the freedom to do so. You must not forget what freedom stands for, is ability. Ability to do a thing. There's consequences for that, and there's consequences for using speech as well. Now, should there be a consequence of speech that pulls you into prison? I mean, that's a very weird thing to do, all of a sudden. We're just confused of, like, what is the government, you know? What is the definition of the government? What is it trying to do right now? Because just step way too far. Once again, you know, misinformation is a painful word because you can't just theorize anymore. You have to have scientific degrees and reputation beyond belief to be able to say anything at all. It's weird, bro. The only consequence is either winning or losing reputation, for successfully or not successful self-expression, because that's the way you become more influential. I know all about it. I research influencers. You either successfully express yourself, you successfully express your apology towards the world, or you just expose yourself for being greedy and mean. That's it. That's the whole fucking point. You expose yourself from being evil or not. Technically, the government can radicalize that, and it's like, well, you expose yourself of being evil by saying that you're guilty. You probably don't have enough lawyers. We will sell you lawyers now. Thank you, government. You made the problem in the first place, by the way. Jesus. Government being the bad guy, I mean, do they really want to do that? Is it really cool for them to do that? Will they survive? Because we will take down those presses. We will kill the crime, kill the rogue government. It's not going to be a thing. These people are going to be jobless next. You know, we have made artists jobless because the artists have to find a way to use art to combat whatever the fuck is going on right now. They have to be jobless. They have to reinvent themselves. But the government and the crime population ain't gonna reinvent themselves. They're gonna be fucking crushed the same fucking way. But there is just no out. You know, they just must avoid getting crushed because the artists get crushed for the sake of artistic expression of what's gonna happen to all the evil people out there who are flexing their powers and flexing their negligence, basically, and self-sacrifice. Anyways, so that's going on. Yeah, the purge, I can barely fucking bear it, but I'll try.
You're relative to the.
I mean, that seems reasonable that the capitalism would try waste all the money and buy off the government as well, to some extent. It's not easy, man. Your money fucking evaporates really fast.
When the value.
I mean, it is power. And the government can't just ignore that shit. Like, being able to employ people and use people and leech off of people. That one thing that they need. And the government has no fucking say in that. No proper say. They can only just give us welfare and tax us. That's the only fucking participation. It seems like government is just like off the side, just allowing things to happen, but things are collapsing now, real time, because we shut down all the good businesses that were trying to compete, and we let the big boys leech even harder. We became more dependent on them. Still wondering what's happening to Canada, though.
Of money goes down strike or one proper consumer strike away from almost total obliteration. Like, do we?
Well, yeah, technically we have the power to attack these people ourselves and organize of which services to avoid and what to lean towards. This is pretty important. Even if there is no actual way to impact everything, because everything is owned by BlackRock, but we're sort of on the both sides of the spectrum again. BlackRock is the government of the capitalism, we're the consumers. The dollar throwers, we're the criminals in the bottom. We're trying to get away with this as best of deals as possible, if you know what I mean. And too many people just are so dumb. They get manipulated into buying the newest iPhone, regardless of how many jokes we make and all that crap. They still feel cool doing so. I mean, we have to tackle each other right now to criminalize ourselves, to restrain from spending too much money and sharing money with each other at the same time, so we can buy the proper goods and not just rely on just quick and easy solutions to things. We could make our own insurance based on a voting system. We just do GoFundMes. You know, we have already invented insurance. We just don't know it.
We real Microsoft, Meta, but also including Tesla of them. It's a giant, intricate, circular web of money.
Neither Apple nor Microsoft, the biggest companies, have actual reputation anymore. Google doesn't have all of this is collapsing. If you actually take it for overall value, all of this is collapsing to the point where we're just waiting. We're just waiting for people to build technologies to replace whatever the fuck is in place right now. Whoever can replace all of this is NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA has the most reputation because it just doesn't play the role of like the political role, right? Doesn't have a face. No, it's just like a cool little thing that we can use to mine Bitcoin, am I right? I think NVIDIA has the most reputation. So we would take something like the biggest reputation and we think of like how can we use this as a wrecking ball to destroy everything else around it. That would be the way I would make the biggest company, if anything, and the way I would win the purge. But first, there's two big question marks, right? Just like the richness of them, the Apple and Microsoft. They're the biggest providers, but they're also the biggest scammers. In a way, Microsoft holds a monopoly, and Apple holds rich people by the balls. You know, like Apple logo is about luring people in to the promise that they're gonna be cool, they're gonna have power somehow. Just a vision. However, Apple has been making moves in terms of making laptops, so I'm not exactly sure how difficult the fight is, but this is the store's shit. Is Amazon cool? technically anyone could deliver goods. You just pick things up, put it in the box, in a post box. Now we have these, what? That's how it translates. The postomat. Anyone could be a delivery driver, technically. Now it has to be certified so nobody fucking steals your packages. Of course. You have to build reputation. Is the thing that I say over and over again. Reputation is what comes first. And also what comes down first. What gets challenged first. Of like, how do we sink the reputation so we stop using it? Microsoft is sinking its reputation. Apple never had reputation. Alright? They just know how to trick people. And lies sell a lot better than anything else. But most importantly, what Apple has is a technology brand. Just is a brand that makes the most money because it's the most semi-needed. Everyone has phones, so we just make top-end phones, luxury phones, whatever people actually want to assimilate themselves with and to keep up with the news of technology and all that shit, right? It's more of a cult behavior than actually worrying about the latest technology to own. It's just you get the news all the time, every year. You're involved. You're in the cult of technological advancing yourself as much as possible. So this graph actually kind of unveils something for me. Fucking battle plan.
Including...
I don't know, I think it's a fucking ramble overall. But so am I. No, people who have faces, they start building reputations.
See Keir turmoil across England. He's just announced how he's going to fix it, so listen up. He said he's going to up the criminal arrests and the convictions for anyone who participates. Similar to what we saw in London back in 2011.
What does it mean to participate?
24-hour courts with no bail. Police and prosecutors will be examining all the video evidence, so CCTV, and the things people put on social media, and finding exactly who has participated. And back in 2011, they
I might have participated
done this for
by
months.
making a
Even a
comment.
year later, people were getting arrested. And a lot of the cases were sent to the Crown Prosecution Service. And who was the head of them at the time? Keir Starmer. And the large majority all face prison sentences. So the people that have been seen helping themselves to some Greg's cookies, a brand new iPhone, and some shower gel from Lush are more than likely going to get a knock on the door at some point.
Will that stop the purge? I mean, anything goes. I don't know. We're not gonna see good solutions, are we? Just like the solution from pandemic was stab yourself with this liquids. But this one's is a little bit weirder because there's no way to apologize, so to speak, and reverse your behavior. Obviously, if you are intended to shoplift whenever there's a potential to participate in the purge base, it's fucking weird, man. It's weird. What did you expect? I don't know, man. But everyone just keep on saying of like, you have robbed Chase Bank, they will chase you down and bury you, basically, is what will happen. And is this fucking arrogance that I just can't stand. The NPC still don't understand. They're in the fucking red. All of them, technically. The ones who try to point a finger and pretend that they're better than everyone else. And the ones who fucking shoplift. Do I point a finger and pretend that I'm better than everyone else? No. I can't possibly do that. I don't judge people by their... I just don't want crime to be happening. You know? I didn't feel like Chase Bank was attacked by crime. It was attacked by hackers that turned into just a mass abuse of the glitch. that again turn into just the direct purge of people wanting things and being able to grab those things and grabbing those things, and now they're getting in trouble for the said participation in the purge, because we have to fix the problems in the most radical means necessary, right?
What's the dark discovered? The real history of what Western Africa was like before white people got there. And I'll give you a thought experiment. You're quite a fit, athletic young man, 23 years of age, okay? Imagine you are a British sailor, okay? Same build you are now. You've been sailing for 3 months on this little wooden ship, eating nothing but hardtack. You got scurvy, you're sick, you're malnutrition, okay? We put you on the coast of Africa. It's 49 degrees, okay? You're in a thick red cotton jacket, and I give you a musket, a gun, a weapon of death. And I say, okay, here we are. I want you and the 60 other men on this boat to go and catch 300 of these big black African dudes from 20 miles inland, but you're not allowed to shoot them. No, you have to get them on the boat without hurting them. Somehow. Think you could pull that off? Me, you, the people in this room? 0% chance. I know you're not allowed to say it. I have an idea of who could pull it off. Yeah, but exactly. All the other black people who had all these wars with each other and were waiting on the beach with all their fellow Africans saying, here, take them, give us some more guns, we'll win the next war. That's very dark and it's very scary, especially when you understand how much they're trying today, to this point, to completely use propaganda to tell you it happened the way we were originally taught.
This is well known. What the fuck are you talking about, well known? What do you mean, well known? Fascinating. Yeah, I mean, however you want to teach history, however you want to deceive people, the greed always bites back. The greed for power and control and manipulation of history, you're gonna get fucked, bro. Because you don't understand how you're misplacing people. If you allow black people to just keep on diving into deeper and deeper darkness of the world, I mean, they're gonna just turn into like literal demons. They can fucking crush anyone whenever they feel like it. We have the power to say no to that and know the history and know the differences and where people actually fucking belong, and just exchange one person at a time for cultural enrichment. But for fuck's sake, man, it feels like, America is just like corrupted. It's not supposed to be running at full speed. It's supposed to be rich to produce famous people, but that's about it. That's all America is there for. The social world always have to be under pressure to improve constantly. Whether it's social media, whether us wanting to be more friendly and nice to each other overall and finding ways to do that, finding ways to share wealth and all that crap, finding ways to share jobs and information. It's supposed to be a worldwide thing. To achieve things and want to be nice regardless. For social purposes. Maybe it is true statement. America does not even exist. Australia does not exist. UK does not exist. They exist, but they're like islands. They're islands away from the mainland. The mainland is Europe and Middle Asia. China does not exist either. Barely exist. It's blocking itself off. It barely existed. It gives us Japan, it gives us South Korea, it gives us some Asian fucking countries here and there. Just barely fucking exist. Only 80%. But actually thinking about it, like, does America even exist? In the spiritual sense. Is it capable of existing simply because it's so important to the world? But it's basically supposed to like not exist for the sake of generating influence to the rest of the world as best as it can. Focus on that. It's a very weird theory that I just bumped into. And I can't untangle that. But I guess you have to follow me for more news and crap like that. Bonus meme? The fuck? Oh, that's a good
Being nice, it's honestly...
Being nice.
I don't...
Sure. No, it's not gonna ruin your life. Freedom of speech is being attacked in all the countries, by the way. Every country attacks freedom of speech in some kind of way. Or just tramples on it by accident, you know, to gain more control over people. Also by accident. This was so funny. This has to be the bonus meme, bro. We have to fucking watch this.
Presidential hat. Presidential seal on it.
You want to autograph it?
Oh, sure, I'll autograph it.
Huh?
Yeah.
You remember your name?
I don't remember my name. I'm slow.
You're an old part. You're an old part.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm an old guy.
And you're an old part, right?
I know you would know about that.
What?
About being old.
Oh, I know.
All right.
I'm a young timer.
You know, he reminds me of the guys I grew up with. There was always one in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, I'm the only one.
There you go, man. I need that hat.
You want my autograph?
Hell no.
You know my name. Come on.
I ain't going that far.
Yeah, you said you would do a selfie. There you go.
Just remember, no eating dogs and cats.
Hey, they're good.
Thank you.
They're good. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I hope you like the pizza.
Huh?
What the fuck? I just laughed so hard. No eating dogs and cats, guys. What the fuck is this number on his actual hat? Like, that's weird, bro. Fucking weird. See you guys next time. I want to eat dogs and cats, bro.